So why you selected expert and how you got to know about expert? Is there any fun fact or some unforgettable moments when you were schooling?
There I mentioned the official agent. The entire process was very smooth and I didn't have any stress along anything.
So how long it took to grant you visa from once after all the bureaucratic process?
I highly recommend expert for their valuable service.
Expert Education and Visa Services, your trusted education partner.
Hello and welcome back to another Expert Tea Talk, which was written along with experts. Today we have Sachini to tell about her success story with experts. Hello and welcome, Sachini.
Hello.
Okay, so once before the questions about your studies and all those things, let me ask you a simple question. So if I ask who is Sachini, what will be your answer?
I'm Sachini. So I've been working in the banking industry for the past 8 years.
Okay.
So now I'll be going for my Masters in Professional Accounting. So I'll be studying at UTS.
Okay. So in near future, you're gonna go abroad for your Masters. So once before that, so you might have a very different background in Sri Lanka. Other than, like, I didn't ask the country where you're going. So before that, so tell me about your family and how was your schooling? Just a small thing.
Yeah, so I studied at St. Rita's Convent. So I have two brothers. I'm the eldest in the family.
Okay.
So yeah, so my brother is right now in Australia. So I'll be going for my Masters next year.
Okay, so the country you are going is
Australia.
Okay, that because your brother is there. Is that the reason why you chose Australia, or is there anything else?
Yeah, previously I've been to Australia as well. So I like the country, the people. And now the fact is now my brother is also there. Two of my cousins are also in Australia. So that's why I chose Australia.
So Australia being family to you now. Yes. Okay, cool. So once you have gone there, will you be staying with your brother or?
Yes, I'll be staying with my brother.
Okay. So you have mentioned that you had like 8 long years of working experiences and now you're moving to Australia. And that's Sydney.
Sydney.
So why UTC then? Why you selected that university?
So when I got to know about UTS in one of the education exhibitions. So and the representative really explained how the procedure is, and I myself also I went and checked on the reviews. So it was quite good. So that's why I selected UTS.
And also we'll mention what are the subjects that you're gonna select and study there.
Yeah, so I'm going to study on accounting and finance. So the subjects will be closely related to accounting and finance. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'm coming back to your brother. Okay, so you told that he's also in Australia. And what are the subjects that he studies, and is that the same university as yours? Just tell me about that.
He's also doing accounting, but he's studying at a different university.
Okay, so and once you're selecting your university and you chose expert for your all documentations and visa processes, so why you selected expert and how you got to know about expert?
So previously I had a bad experience with another agent, and then I was going through the UTS website, and there it mentioned the official agent. So I found UTS, expert mentioned there, and I checked on the website. And I spoke to them and they told to come, and then that's how I got to know about expert.
Okay, so you just reviewed them through a website, and you of course had a good image, and you have to realize that it's a very good experience by physically once you met with them and so on. So how was the experience with experts throughout all the documentations and all the process?
It was really good, and one thing to mention, they are very responsive and hardworking.
Okay.
And my counselor was Divyani, and she did a massive job to get my visa done, and she's very responsive, and the entire process was very smooth, and I didn't have any stress along anything. So yeah, that's why I selected expert.
Okay, so your family is consisting of 3 siblings, 3 kids, of course. So how about your parents? Were there any obsessions, or how they were like? So your 2 of their kids were gonna go to abroad. and only one is left in Sri Lanka. How was their experiences and how's their emotions?
They're quite happy that I'm going for my masters. So yeah, like 2 of them are like going to Australia now. So they're really happy, and from the beginning they supported me with everything to get everything done. Yeah.
All right, that's how the parents support us and be happy at our success. So about Expresso, you told that they did a massive support and all the documentations were clear and done. So how long it took to grant you visa from once after all that bureaucratic process?
So it took only 1 month for my visa to come. So yeah.
Happily, it was just 1 month.
1 month.
Okay, so that is how the things gonna happen, and things happen. So when will you be going to Australia?
So I'll be going to Australia next year, mid of Jan.
Okay, so in coming 2 to 3 months, you will be going. Okay, so is this the first time that you are visiting Australia, or since your brother is also there?
I have been to Australia previously.
Okay.
Like 5 years back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the situation is different and maybe a different experience. But how do you think that you will be survived there? Like, what are the plans? And like it's a pretty different experience for you. How will you be managing it?
I think I'll be able to manage it pretty well, since my brother had been there for quite some time, so he'll be there as a support for me. Yeah, and I'm hoping to work there as well, so yeah.
Okay, so the future is clear for you and you are just hoping to do your best and maximum. And with experts, we also wish you all the very best and success for your coming future. And for the last, is there anything like a specialty with experts, and for those who are just willing to come and get their service done by experts, is there a message that you have to tell to them?
Yeah, I think you should start the process a bit earlier, and then choosing the correct agent is very important. So I think with those two, everything will be okay. So yeah, and I highly recommend expert for their valuable service.
Okay. Yeah. Cool, thank you. So she has selected expert and all her bureaucratic documentations and everything is done, and she is only there to leave country and to accompany with her new success, new dreams and new studies and everything abroad, especially in Australia. So if there's anyone that who is willing to come and done all their expertise things with experts, this is the best place. So once again, I wish you all the very best and success in your future, and thank you for joining us. We'll meet you in another success story.
Expert Education and Visa Services, your trusted education partner.